Hello and welcome to Boniwe's Echo with me, a girl, Boniwe. Yes. I just like to start off this video and say that okay, this is a new channel and I've uploaded like a few videos now relating to obviously the Igwe or Igbo king that has been coronated in East London. It has been very hectic, okay? And I'm trying to keep up with all this news. Right now, currently, there is a voice note trending of the EFF. There is a voice note trending of the EFF where a Nigerian is gathering all the other Nigerians to hold a meeting because they have been gathered allegedly by the EFF. If this voice note turns out to be real, if this voice note turned out to be the truth, it would be damning for the EFF. Let's be real. It would be damning for the EFF because it will seem that the EFF is probably funded by foreign nationals. And therefore all their interest is foreign. They're focused on foreign interests. I mean, at this point, we can say that there is no difference between the EFF and the Republican Party of the United States. There is no difference. The same way AIPAC, the Israeli lobby group, is lobbying the Republicans as well as the Democrats, obviously, but mainly the Republicans to get their way is the same way it seems like foreign nationals are lobbying the EFF. And I can tell you the EFF cannot separate itself from the interest of its lobbyists. If this voice note is the truth, then this is a damning indictment on the EFF, and that is just my thoughts. Okay, but right now let's start off with the statement that the EFF actually released today on the day of the protest. Here it shows that the statement was released on the 30th of March, obviously this year, and it reads as follows. The first paragraph: the economic freedom fighters takes this opportunity to affirm the importance and role of the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in determining and legitimizing kings, queens, traditional leaders, and the royal authorities in South Africa. Okay, whatever. The second paragraph: this follows ongoing debate and uproar regarding the alleged and self-proclaimed coronation of an individual as the king of the Igbo nation in Ugompo, formerly East London, in the Eastern Cape. This irresponsible act has led to a rightful and justified outcry by the people of Ugompo, the Eastern Cape, and South Africa at large. A responsible provincial and national government. This is now the EFF attempting to throw the government under the bus, right? I would not expect anything less from the EFF. Instead of just attending to the Nigerians, they are now going to start off by firstly blaming the government for the mess that is. So the statement reads as follows: a responsible provincial and national government ought to have outlined the prescripts that allows one to be recognized as a royal authority in South Africa clearly and timelessly, to avoid the violence seen today in the cities. What was the government supposed to do? Because here in this country, we know our laws. It is for foreign nationals like Nigerians who come in our country to acclimatize, to familiarize themselves with the laws of this country, to know what and what not to do. Are you meaning to tell me that Nigerians did not know that to coronate another Nigerian in South Africa was illegal? They knew this. They knew this. They did it regardless of what laws there are. They just continue to do it nonetheless. Whether you as South Africans like it or not, it is none of their business. So what is it? Why is the EFF now attempting to hold the government responsible for outlining prescripts? These prescripts are there. The laws are there. If you are a law-abiding citizen that come from somewhere where laws are revered and respected, you'll go into another country and you'll respect those countries' laws. Now you want to hold the government. I do not know if the government is supposed to walk with placards everywhere it goes on top of its head to say, you cannot coronate yourself as a king. You cannot coronate yourself as a king. It is for foreign nationals to know that this is something you cannot do within a country. Do your research before you coronate. Do your research before you coronate. Now moving on to the third paragraph. And it reads as follows. In order for an individual to be recognized as a royal or traditional leader in South Africa, the Minister of Culture must make recommendations to the President of the Republic of South Africa, who subsequently utilizes the Traditional and Khoisan Leadership Act of 2019 to formally recognize a king or a queen. This recognition is then officialized via a notice in the government gazette. Dude, like the EFF should have told this to their friends. I don't care about this information. The EFF should have told this to their friends. It bears no relevance to us. It really bears no relevance. Are you expecting the government to now implement programs to tell foreign nationals that you cannot come and this is common sense. This should be common sense. The fact that Nigerians don't even have common sense to think that I cannot go and coronate somebody is utterly strange. It's weird. It's weird. So let's continue with the statement. So now we are on the second page on the first paragraph. So, and it reads as follows. It is therefore not only offensive, but also illegal for any individual to declare themselves as a monarch outside of these legislative processes. And it is even more insulting for a foreign national to declare kingship in another country. Kingship is not only ceremonial, but it is tied to the legislative framework of South Africa. Bestowing authority over people and land to an individual under the sovereignty of South Africa. It is not to be taken lightly, nor should it be declared by individuals without any legal authority. Go tell your chummies all of this. The EFF must go tell its friends all of this. The fact that it is now saying all of this, like, it is the EFF who has played a role in emboldening these foreign nationals. Have you seen when Julius Malema went to the courts for shooting 2 bullets in the sky? Gets caught, found guilty, now waiting upon sentencing? Have you seen how many foreign nationals are surrounding him? In fact, the members of the EFF are that far, and he's just being surrounded by Abo Sulumanis, left, right, and center. Nigerians here and there. I don't understand what is it with the EFF and what is it with the EFF leadership that it has this idea that South Africa, I think, should be the empire of the African continent, of which it can never be. South Africa will never be able to be the empire of Africa because it cannot even expand as an empire. This is now you'll find people are fighting for clinics and fighting for schools and fighting for this because it does not have the ability to expand and exert authority in order to properly house everybody else. If South Africa is supposed to house all these other African countries, then it should absorb those other African countries into itself. But you can't come and squash the whole of Africa on 9% of the land, not even in South Africa. You come and squash them on 9% of the land. The land that majority black people have access to. That you are now forcing the whole of South Africa to be responsible for. Because many of these foreign nationals are not staying on white people's farms. They are not staying in white people's suburbs. They are staying in the townships with black people. They are staying in our communities. They are staying in our back rooms. And this is why black South Africans often feel the most heaviest burden by the influx of undocumented foreign nationals. That is the situation. Now we're moving on to the second paragraph. And it states, the media also bears a responsibility in this regard to do due diligence and report responsibly, and not suggest to the public that there has been a coronation of a monarch without expressing clearly whether the legislative requirements for this have been met. It is not for the media to state clearly whether there has been a Nigerian coronation. This is what they said. This is what they said with their own mouth. We come here for our Igbo king. And the title that they have given the person is the Igwe of East London. This is not just media concocting up their own thing. This is what they said. They said they were coronating a king. This is what they've said. So it is absolutely delusional for you to say anything different other than what it actually is. Now you want for the media now to sing which type of songs? That no, there was a group of Nigerians that were gathering somewhere wearing red clothes and they were, had makeup on. We don't understand what it was about, but legally we can say there was no coronation. This is now what the EFF is expecting the media should have said. It's madness. The media reported based on what they said and what they did. That's what the media reported on. Now let's move on with this stupid statement. And now we are on the third paragraph. The EFF therefore condemns the alleged coronation of a foreign king in Eastern Cape and calls for the calm of in Ugombo, while encouraging government and traditional leaders to communicate clearly the conditions that allows for the recognition of royalty in our country. In order to take South Africans into confidence, we further condemn all political parties and actors who have been involved in the destruction of properties in Gompo and those who have harmed civilians in an effort for scoring cheap political points from a situation that did not warrant violence. Imagine we are saying you are condemning all this political party for the people who got hurt. The question is, who hurt the people? Who injured the people? Because I have just uploaded a video. Guys, go check the video that I've uploaded to see actually the severe injuries, the severe violence that the foreign nationals have caused onto South Africans. Some of them, one stabbed a South African, another one drove right over a South African, and now you want to condemn other political parties in this country for what your violent foreign nationals have done in this country. Imagine we are in the middle of a protest and your foreign nationals come into the protest and commit violence. This is because of the EFF being part of the people that condone this level of arrogance, bravery, support of foreign nationals for them to be able to act this way. For them to be able to act this way. Because when you say you are condemning this political party for the injuries that has been caused on civilians, who caused the injuries is the question. Is it not your favorite foreign nationals? It is. It absolutely is. So I do not know, this statement of the EFF is no different from the statement that the EFF released when we lost over 24 kids because of packets of chips, foreign nationals killing our kids with packets of chips. Obviously, allegedly. We now have to say allegedly for all of these things. Right? So we don't catch cases. When allegedly foreign nationals killed our kids with packets of chips, it was the EFF who released statements at that time talking about how we must focus on laws. What nonsense did he say? Food regulatory bodies and this and that and the other. Because the EFF could not admit that it was their foreign nationals who were actually causing the killing of our kids, allegedly. They could not say this because for so long they've said, no, South Africans, you hate yourselves. Foreign nationals must have their tax shops in your community because you can't run tax shops and you must just be grateful for the rent money. Imagine. Then you go into the very same tax shop, into the very same communities where these foreign nationals run their tax shops. And you'll find that the tax shop is almost all of the yard, and Ugogo is staying in some small shack room outside. That shows you that this rent money that the foreign national is giving is not enough. It's not enough. Then why don't you then surrender this township business that has been purported to be of a value of over 400 billion rand? Why don't you surrender this business to South Africans? You don't want to, because you are busy focusing on foreign interests. What a disgrace. You are busy focusing on foreign interests. What a disgrace. Let's move on to the final paragraph, and it reads as follows. The EFF has therefore instructed its structures in the Buffalo City metropolitan, listen carefully, because this is where the voice note could be coming in. Okay, the EFF has therefore instructed its structures in the Buffalo City metropolitan to monitor the situation closely and provide assistance to all South Africans whose infrastructure. Now he wants to make it look like South Africans lost their houses and infrastructure. That didn't happen. That did not happen. So, I'm continuing with the statement. South Africa's whose infrastructure has been damaged as a result of these actions, of the actions, because the EFF was not there. They can't even relate with what transpired. Because many of those people finger-pointed the vehicles, finger-pointed the buildings where foreign nationals were staying and foreign nationals that were giving them problems. And that is the buildings and the vehicles that was attended to. Those were the buildings and the vehicles that was attended to. So why now you lying, trying to create a narrative as if South Africans have suffered so much? The only South Africans that suffered, go back to my previous video, is the South Africans that were injured by your brave, very violent foreign nationals. That is what happened. Now I'm ending. This is going to be the last sentence in this nonsensical statement of the EFF. We additionally call for all of those who instigated this violence to be arrested and held liable for the damages. Hi boy, is that not your foreign nationals? Your crown bearers, your Igwe from East London. Are those the people that you are referring to, that you are now going to hold liable for this mess? For this mess, for causing this level of distress. What is shocking about this statement is that nowhere does it talk about disrespecting the kings. Nowhere is it talking about how you violated the kings. EFF is purporting itself to be closely linked to the kings and respect and this and that and the other, when you cannot go by when you cannot make independent decisions that is separate from foreign interests, is very problematic. From foreign interests that is probably lobbying you, to the point where now you cannot even say we are sorry for the disrespect. We are so ashamed for the disrespect that these people have caused the royal family. We are so ashamed for the disrespect that they have caused South Africans. We are Africans. We cannot live like rats, dogs, and cats that we perceive to have no level of communal living. Community, just when you live with people, you must understand with whom you are living with. Get to know people, know their culture. Don't just come here and be Igwe of East London. What a disgrace. Hi man. EFF again with its nonsensical statement that makes no sense. But right now I want to show you, I want to make you listen to the voice note that is actually trending all over Twitter of a Nigerian gathering other Nigerians, all in the name of the EFF, saying the EFF has gathered us. They want to talk with us. I don't know what they want to say. Like, be more incognito, please. You are damaging our relationship with the South Africans. They are probably out there begging. Oh my gosh. Let's listen to this voice note.
Good evening, comrade. This is Agabadi, chairman of the task force. Comrade, we are having a meeting tomorrow with EFF tomorrow by 11 o'clock by the Anglican Church, second floor tomorrow. We want all the members of African traders, as far as they are selling in the villas. Please, don't sit down and watching. Please, we need all the members. EFF is coming tomorrow. They want to see our members. Please, they want to see everybody, those ones that are trading. This is affected. They want to see everybody. The meeting we're calling tomorrow, everybody, this is affected. Even those ones that are selling that side, even by King George, even by Nord, even by Hook, we already passed the message with the executive. We already go around, pass the message for all the people trading in our city. This is affected. We went by block and passed message. Please, I appeal all the members of African traders, because some of our members, I don't know why we call a meeting. Some of our members, we just sit down, standing there. Maybe that meeting is only executive. The meeting tomorrow is not executive. The meeting tomorrow, EFF want to see all the members. They want to see everybody. Please, I appeal all the members, because EFF is not coming to help us. We go there by the hall, we will see few people. Our members will be sitting down outside. It looks somehow. Please, guys, somebody's coming to help us. We need to come up. We need to come in a large number. That will see the people this is affected. They're not a few people. Please, guys, this meeting is very important for all the members. If you don't like to go to the meeting, tomorrow meeting is very important for me and you. Please, don't go and standing in the road. When we're having a meeting by the Anglican Church, the second floor, you're standing in outside. There's no meaning for you to stand outside. You need to come up. Please, I appeal all the members. Those one is not in our platform. Please, let's pass message for all the members. Those one, they marry South Africa. Please, if your wife gets off tomorrow, please bring your wife, please. We want all the members. Those cooking mama, please, anybody have the number for those cooking mama? Those one that are cooking by the villas, please call them. We need them too. Please, comrade. Tomorrow by 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Please, by the Anglican Church, second floor. Thank you so much.
And there you have it. There you have it, the voice notes of gathering each other, all in the name of the EFF. Listen, I'm not going to go too much into that voice note, because I have a feeling by tomorrow, whatever meeting they wanted to meet at, they'll probably meet, and we will have more information, and then we can elaborate more on this. But the most important thing that I want to focus on in this video is actually the nonsensical statement of the EFF, right? Is this EFF trying to take a moral ground, trying to rubbish the government? I'm not saying the government is great. The government is for sure not great. But what is worse is when a political party fails to stand with South Africans, fail to stand with the lives and the well-beings of South Africans that are being gambled. That is the worst. But anyway, guys, please consider subscribing to this channel. I am begging. This is relatively a new channel, okay? It's a new channel, so please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and share them around. Like, let's grow this channel. Thank you and goodbye.